Okay, so the next part of the question is asking you to find the equation of this graph. We've already done that on Excel when we added the equation, so we can just grab that. So I'm going to just click on this here and press Control C to copy. We're going to bring that back in here and paste it in for our equation. Now it's fine in here in OneNote like this, but if you were putting it into the Moodle quiz, you just have to type it with the caret symbol to show that this is raised to the power. The next question is asking you to find k, the growth rate, and we can actually read this directly off the equation. So if we're in the format of n is equal to n0 e to the kt, that means that this value here is our k value. And again, we can just copy this directly if we want, Control C, and paste this in here. And then just to bring it, so there's not superscript, we unclick that one here. So that's just the value here in front of the x is our k value, and it's positive when it's growth and negative when it's decay. The next bit we're going to do is use this equation to make a prediction. So we've collected data for 11 days, and we're now going to make a prediction to how many people will be infected after 13 days. So we have time on the x-axis. So what we're trying to solve for in this equation is x. So we're trying to solve for, or sorry, solve for y, how many people, and we're going to plug in for x. So we're solving for y by plugging in for x. So I'm going to do this by hand and then show you on the calculator and using Excel how you would do it. So y is equal to 231.89 e to the power of 0.3523 and x. So we know we're looking for how many, so we're looking for y, given that x is equal to 13. So we're just going to plug that in. So it's y is equal to 231.89 e to the power of 0.3523 times 13. So there's two ways we can do it. We can do it on our calculator like this, plugging in the values. And then when we round it up, because it's the number, we're going to say it's 22,610 people were infected after 13 days. If we wanted to try and type that into Excel, what we do here is we can take our equation that we already had, copy that. I'm going to paste this here. We're going to delete the y bit because we start with an equal to sign. And then we need to put in the exponential function. So we're going to replace that with star x, and it's exp is the exponential function. So we double click on that. And then the number we're putting in here is the 0.35. Oops, let's just get this right here. 0.3523 star, and then we're putting in for 13, we're putting in for x. And again, this is giving us a decimal, and we're going to round it to the nearest whole number. So we can confirm that we're correct here with our answer of 22,610 people will be infected. So that's the Excel way of doing it, and this is the calculator way of doing it. The last part to this question on the calculations is trying to find out how long before 100,000 people are infected. So in the equation this time, we're going to plug in 100,000 for our n, how many that we will be infected. We still have n0, and we're going to solve for how long. We're going to solve for x here. So to shortcut this a little bit, we have repackaged the equation in the past so that t is equal to the natural log of n over n0 all divided by k. So t, which is really in our equation, it is x, is equal to the natural log of n, which is 100,000, all divided by n0, which is what we started with in the equation, 231.89, all divided by k, which is 0.3523. And when we plug this into our calculator, it comes out as 17.2. So if we round that to the nearest whole number, it's going to be 17 days before 100,000 are infected.